Whether it's long-term or short-term, investing in disability insurance can get you thousands of much-needed dollars when you're unable to work, possibly even for decades. NBC 12's financial analyst Carl Carlson is explaining how we can make sure that we're getting ourselves the right type of coverage. So Carl, the fall is not that far away. That's when a lot of open enrollment for different companies begins. So we should really be starting now to try to research what we might need. And disability insurance is a big one. Can you tell us how that works?
A lot of companies, the bigger companies, have disability insurance as a part of their benefit package. And many of them have both short-term liability and long-term liability. If they don't have long-term disability, a lot of them will have the short-term disability, which will cover you for about 6 months if you're disabled. That might be for something like maybe you're in a car wreck, broke your arm, can't work on your computer. So you're out for 6 months and they'll cover about 60% of your salary. Long-term disability will generally kick in at the 6 months. So when the short-term disability ends, the long-term kicks in. And then most companies, that long-term disability will pay all the way to age 65. So even if you're 40 years old and you become permanently disabled, and it'll pay you that 60% of your salary all the way until you're age 65. And then they stop and they hope that you've already got some sort of plan built in there for retirement on your own.
Does the type of work you do also factor into that equation?
Yeah, so if your company doesn't have disability insurance, then you have to go get it on the private market. And when you get it on the private market, they rate you according to the type of job that you have. So a construction worker might only be able to get a maximum of a 2-year benefit, whereas someone that's just an office worker, not a lot of risk or danger, they may get the one that goes all the way to age 65. So generally through your work is where you're going to get the best price on disability, and you don't have to qualify for it. Usually it's way cheaper than the private market. So I would max out the disability at work, and then if you still need more, then you go to the private market.
And that's your money. I'm Kelly Avellino for NBC 12.